Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are a fellow hobby hoarder, welcome. My name is Bex. Today we are going to be working on my channel's new, but this is a new series. It's going to be called Stitch or Ditch. My friend told me to actually show what current whips I'm working on, so I've got them all together in my unit. There's a lot, and I also have 3 at home. So there's 18 here and 3 at home, which is a lot. So the ones at home are a mosaic blanket that I'm testing. I'm also doing a knit beanie there, and I'm also working on like a cotton cover up for my holiday. The beanies are going to be like an ongoing thing. I'm going to do them with my scraps, so I have got one on the go here as well. It's just something easy to do, you know, when you just sort of want to not have to think about anything. So yeah, without further ado, let's go into this. So I am working on a little crochet thing which is finishing my friend's present, so that will be finished today. I'm also working on the yarn dragon knit sock pattern. I'm not like focusing on this at the moment, so I'm doing like a row every time I come in, but I'm not like fully engaged in it yet because I want to get the crochet stuff out of the way. And then I'm also doing the beaded crochet bag. I think I've got 3 more of these to do, and then the ones for the strap and the sides, and then I can start putting it together. But like I say, I only have this much yarn, so I don't know whether to use a contrasting colour to join them, maybe give it a bit of a zhuzh. So those ones are staying. They're the ones that I'm definitely going to stitch up. The reason why I wanted to call this series Stitch or Ditch is because I might not necessarily be doing knitting or crochet. I might be doing cross stitch, I might be doing sewing, I might be doing that. I just thought it like incorporated all the fibre arts, doesn't it? The one that I have got that is an ongoing one, I actually do need to carry on with this, is I have this massive scrap blanket. This is double bed size in the UK. It is absolutely ginormous, and it's basically a row of spiked stitch granny squares. So you do like the 3 double crochet like you would for a granny square, but the middle one is connected to the middle stitch below from the previous round, and I cut the yarn and change every I've dropped the yarn. I cut and do the yarn every row. So yeah, that is that. I'd say I've got to like practically double it, I'd say, to make it a full-on double bed size. So yeah, that's going to be an ongoing project that I get to as and when. I do have a big box of the yarn that I've caked together with 2 or 3 strands, so I can use it for that. But the good thing about that is once I finish that, whatever's left over I can use for my beanies. Right, let's grab the next one. I have everything in bags and stuff. What is this? So this is, it's like a fake imitation mohair, it's called. This is the Cumulus knit pattern by Petite Knit that I was going to try, and then I got really confused on it, so I've not actually started this. So I think I am going to put this away. So this is going to be a ditch for the time being, because there's just no need for me to have it as a project because I've not even started it yet. So yeah, we are going to ditch that one, and I will put this back in my yarn stash. So we're off to a good start. The next one I've got is, this is a jersey that I did. Now this was going to be for my friend, but it went wrong, so I am going to make her a different one, because I got the letters not sent her and it's going to really bug me, and also it's not long enough. She prefers a longer top. But this is basically, if you've seen Heated Rivalry, it's Elia's jersey. I will link the pattern that I bought on Etsy. The only thing I've got left to do on this is do the cuff on the other side and the bottom as well, and then do the neckline as well, because it needs to be cuffed on the neckline, and then it has like an I-cord string there. But yeah, this is the Elia top. Let me just move my chair out of the way. So, and that's what it looks like on the back. It's like really warm. Well, this one is definitely a stitch Like I say, I just need to do the bottom and then do the collar and the cuff. So that is doable. What do we have here? Ah, this is another petite knit. This is the poppy tee. If you've seen my previous vlog, you will know that I failed miserably on the start of this. So I did the yoke and I meant to have 90 stitches and I've got 70 on the back yoke. I did learn how to do make one left, make one right, but I think I am going to ditch this one. I recently went to the Manchester Wool and Yarn shop, and he said to start with the novice pattern that he's obviously made for beginners. He said even though you think this would be quite simple, it is a 4 out of 5 in terms of skill. So he said start with the novice one and yeah, perfect yourself that way. So I am going to frog this back, put the yarn away, and we will do this when I've gained a bit more experience. Not doing too bad, we've got rid of 2. The next one, I don't know what my plan was with this. I've got like, I had like scrap yarn and I made loads of like random granny squares and joined them together, but all I've got is like 4 granny squares and a little bit of black left. So I don't know what I was planning with that. I don't know what to do with that. And this is, again, this is when I first started crocheting, so these are like 2 years ago. I made all these little granny squares and I joined them together to be like a box, like a basket, but obviously acrylic yarn is floppy in it. So my idea was to get this stuff, this like mesh stuff. I was doing slip stitches into it so it'd look pretty, and then I was going to then sew it so that all the edges stayed stiff and it's just like a little box. I don't know. I don't even know if it is still a good idea now. Let me know what you think. Because obviously I've got the bag. I don't know whether to turn it into a bag instead. I could pinch in the sides so it's like that instead and it's like a little bag. Right, I'm undecided on that one, so let me know what you think, if I should stitch or ditch it, or just do a strap and turn it into a little bag instead. So that's an undecided one. Oh no, what's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, this is another thing that I was making for my friend. It's with metallic yarn and it is a bitch to work with. This is definitely a keep. I don't want to show you it because she might be watching this. In fact, by the time this is posted, she'll already know. But this is going to be a Kindle case basically in this like metallic yarn, but it is quite a bitch to work with because it like hurts your hands, and I've had to change the needle that I use because it was staining the ones that I have because they have a silicone grip. So I'm just using it's actually a double-ended one, but I'm just using the one side. So yeah, that one is definitely a stitch. We're going to keep that one. I've got 2 that have been ditched, one that's a maybe. Right, this one is technically not started, but I am going to keep it in the bag because I have filmed like the start of it in terms of like winding the yarn. But this is what I was talking about with the novice sweater. So I got this from Petite Knit, which is made for beginners, and I've already caked up the yarn that I'll be using with it. So I am going to keep that one there. Even though I'm technically not starting it yet, it is going to be a stitch because I've like started the stuff. Right, this one. Now I don't know what to do about this one. So this one is going to be the Morticia dress from, I think this is called Bjax. So this is the start of it. If I show you what the vibe is, I think it's inside out, but it don't really matter. Now my issue was, it's not like, I've done my measurements wrong and it's not covering the girls. It is meant to like have a tie there so then it'll cross, but I think there's a bit too much like where I'm not doing it. So I think I am going to ditch this one. I did buy her pattern because I was following it just on YouTube. So I did buy her pattern. So I think what I might do is frog this back and then start again and get the measurements right with the pattern. Because it's harder to follow on a YouTube video when it's like very intricate, because you've got to keep rewinding it and going back. The actual stitches are very easy once you get used to the pattern and everything, but obviously it's going back and like seeing how many you need and stuff like that. So I am going to frog this one, so this is a ditch, but I am going to get back to it eventually. But yeah, I have got the written pattern for this now. The next one, oh, do you like this bag, by the way? I made it. Isn't it cute? It's my first ever tote bag. Anyway, in here is, I basically want to make myself a granny square cardigan for when I go to the hockey. And my idea is to have a skull with a flower around it, and then the granny square going around that, so it can all join together. But I can't quite get my measurements right for the flower and the outside, because I've ended up like, I think too many petals. I think it's too busy, as you can see. So this is just like my little tester, but it was basically like, what's the word, rippling too much. It's not like lying flat, so that's still a work in progress. This is going to be one that I literally turn to every now and again, so I'm not going to like stitch it, but I'm not going to ditch it, because it's going to be like an ongoing thing, but it's sort of like in the background when I can be bothered. Really helpful, that now. This one, so this one is the baby doll top. I cannot remember the creator's name. I will tag it in the video. It's a free tutorial on YouTube, and this is how far I got. This is basically going to be the bodice. So there, again, I don't know if I made it big enough to cover my, oh, I think I did. Maybe. I am going to keep this one. I'm going to keep it and see how I go, but it gives a really nice pattern on that side, and then it's flat on the other. So it's obviously, she said it's up to you which way you do it, but I think I'd have the ridges showing at the front. So yeah, that one is a stitch. The next one, if you've watched my vlogs, you'll know that I am doing a white crochet dress for my brother's wedding. This is all the stuff for it in this really cute bag that I got from the charity shop. It's brand new, but Age Concern, I think it's Age Concern. No, might be Cancer Research. Cancer Research, they have their own like stuff that they have like that's brand new, and pink leopard print is my like jam, so I obviously needed it as a project bag. So yeah, this one is definitely a stitch, because I need to do that before the holiday. This one is a big one, but I made a ton of iCard because I got the Kado iCard machine and I went a bit cray cray doing it. So I'm going to make a basket out of this. I'm hoping if I use a really tight tension, because it's done with a DK, it's quite stretchy, but I'm hoping if I use a really tight tension and a smaller hook, I can get a tight crochet for that. I can't really ditch this one because I don't really want to unravel it, so let's make a basket. So this one will definitely be a stitch. I have been working on this one for ages. This is a top that I'm working on, and it's one of those where I keep going back to it. So this is going to be the front panel, is it? No, there's the front. This is going to be the front panel. It's going to be like a really loose flowy crochet top. So this is like the front panel so far. Really nice stitches. It was a free pattern on, I want to say Lovecrafts, but I can't remember. I've even got the needles still in the bag, so that's good. So yeah, that one's definitely going to be a stitch. We're down to the last one. I know what this is as well, and I'm really sad about this. This is the crochet sock, and I use the pattern by, I think it's Off the Chain with Jack. I'll tag him below. And this is his sock crochet pattern. Really, really cute. I'm working on a knit one now because I've decided to start knitting. But this one's really, really cute. I cannot remember what hook size I used. The only one I remember is at the front where I used a 2.5 to get a tight toe, but I can't remember what I used all the rest, and to make a second one I'd need to know so I could make it. So I am actually going to frog this one back. So this one is a ditch and I will get back to it. It's probably better anyway, because when I tried it on, I need it wider on the cuff for my fat ankles, so it's probably a blessing in disguise anyway. But yeah, this is the sock. So she's pretty, and then because it's used front post stitches, it's really like spongy. But yeah, this one is unfortunately a ditch, and I will restart this. So yeah, that is everything that I've shown. I've obviously can't show you the ones I've got at home. I might insert a clip of those, but the ones at home are definitely staying anyway, because one's a tester pattern for a designer, and then the others are some I'm just working on as I go. The same with the beanies. These ones are just I'm always going to have ongoing, because it uses up my scraps and then I can give it to the charity shop. I do have two made. This one doesn't have a rim because I mismeasured it, so if I folded it over it wouldn't be big enough. So this one's just without, and then I've got two with the rim. So yeah, that is everything from Stitch or Ditch. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I should do with that, like granny square basket, if I should turn it into a bag or carry on with the basket idea. But literally I've not even got that plastic thing that I showed you. That's how far I've got and I've had that for like 2 years. I think I'm going to go through this and just use these as like little scrap bits. I have made a ton of these, because I think what it was is when I had the scraps I was learning granny square, so I just made a ton of these. But like I say, I'm just not sure what to do with it because it's just really random. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will speak to you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. Bye guys!